guys, it is Tanya, and welcome back to the channel, and welcome to another speed renovation or decoration, interior design, something or other. We're building an apartment today. So we are decorating an apartment in the fashion district of San Myshuno in the lot 1312 21 Chic Street, which is one of the apartments that Penny Pizzazz lives in. If you're just starting up city living for the first time, or if you never moved her out, or if you haven't played so long that she's no longer alive. But I don't know why I decided to include all of that information. Happy Sunday, everybody. I love this apartment. I love decorating it. So it's one of my favorite layouts. And so the floor plan's done now and half the kitchen's done already, and we're only 53 seconds in. But I really wanted to do like a geeky apartment. I've gotten a lot of suggestions to do this in the past, and it just sounded really fun last night. So that's what I went ahead and did. And I went full out. And so I don't know how much of this I've talked about in the past, but I spent much of my high school years incredibly into video games and anime, going to all kinds of conventions. And like this apartment is like what I wished my bedroom was in high school, and what a lot of people online had, and I was just like, I want that so bad. So it is coated in video game posters and stuff like that, anime related items that they look like they could be from a video game or an anime or like a big movie from, I don't know, like a superhero movie and stuff like that. I put the arcade machine in this apartment. It's massive. It takes up so much space. But I was like, we're going all out. I wish we had a smaller arcade machine, to be honest, but we have this one, and I figured out a way to make it work. I also ended up putting the I'm not really sure what it's called. I want to call it like a social media or influencers table. This one right here that came with Get Famous, so that I imagine the person that lives in this apartment is really into video games and anime, and they make their money through either streaming or making content on YouTube where they're playing games and doing anime makeup tutorials. So, this was so much fun. I was just like so excited about it. And we actually have a decent amount of stuff that fits this theme. We have all these little My Sim statues. We have a bunch of like framed video game signed artwork, which is really cool. And I also use this curved TV and all these cute posters from City Living, and we had even more stuff up there. Like I keep going back and forth between all the rooms, getting all the details. And I also used a rug in here I don't think I've ever used, which is one of the swatches from the rug that came with bowling night stuff. So I was excited to do that. You'll see that momentarily. Also, this red shelf on screen, because I don't think I've explained it in a little while. It is a CC item that I use to place items more precisely, if you're not aware of that. I have it linked down below where you can download it, and I also have a tutorial on the channel on how to use it as well, if you'd find that more helpful. Just thought I would mention it because it's been a little while. But we add this little bookcase over here, and you'll see me placing down a actual desk for a computer, since the streaming station doesn't function the same way. And just kind of moving it around and throwing it random places. I'm like, I'll figure out how to make this work later. But I didn't end up using it in the end. I ended up throwing a laptop on the counter later on, and you can kind of move it wherever you want it, at the counter or at the table we're going to be placing down. That's the beauty of the laptops in the game. You can just put them on any surface, and, well, not any surface you can sit at, and you can work on stuff. So I quite enjoyed that, so it didn't take up space. You could also put it in your inventory when you, aren't using it. So that's nice. I'm also just putting a little rug over here to stand on while you do dishes. I really like how this kitchen came out. You kind of have to walk through the kitchen to get into the apartment, but I kind of like that. It's a little bit different. I feel like part of the layout of this apartment feels really familiar, like I've done something like this in this particular unit before, but I'm not sure. I also really enjoyed using this shelving unit that we got with cats and dogs and kind of replacing some of the items on it with other items, like this giant robot head I thought looked really cute. And then we raised up these paintings as well and put them on the counter, which I thought was nice. I use this book with the pen in it in every build I ever do, and I don't think that's going to stop. But this is the rug we end up using from bowling night stuff. I think it is so pretty. It's very video game-esque to me, and I changed the color of it so many times. I could not make up my mind. And we used this yellow couch from Parenthood. It is so vibrant, and I really, really like it. I think it's funny. I've done 2 apartments in the last like week or so, and I hadn't done any in months, and they're both crazy colorful. So I don't know. I've been having fun decorating apartments lately. So if there's any other ones you'd like to see, please leave those suggestions down below. I'm totally into the idea of decorating some more apartments in the near future, as well as lots of other builds. But this was so fun. I think it's just nice sometimes to, you have the outside dimensions. You can't like make the place bigger. And that's a nice challenge. And then figuring out a floor plan that works and not having to worry about the exterior sometimes is refreshing. Even though I, generally speaking, prefer to actually build a structure over furnish it, there's just something so exciting about decorating an apartment. So it's a nice break from some of the other builds sometimes. And I had a blast with this. I also loved adding these little paintings up here. They look like they're cropped logos of like superheroes of some sort. That's how I view it anyway. I'm not sure if that's what they're supposed to be, but I love it. I also added like lots of Void Critter type stuff around. We have Void Critter posters up in the other room. We have booster packs that are not open yet. We have some like framed type cards laying around. I didn't add like a Void Critter playing thing because I think only kids can play with that if I'm remembering correctly. However, I thought maybe there were Void Critter video games, like it's basically Pokemon, and they're just booting up Pokemon. The newest one is Sword and Shield, I believe. Did that come out already? I'm not entirely sure. The last Pokemon game I have is is it called Let's Go Pikachu? I think so, for Switch. And that was really fun. I really enjoyed playing that game. It was a blast. And I was watching so many people streaming it and like watching their shiny hunts. I had such a blast with that. Anyway, we're just adding some more clutter over here. I added some of these dolls that are from the doll houses sized up on the shelves here. I didn't cover absolutely everything on here, but I tried to cover a decent amount of it to make it look like a different clutter shelf. And I tried a bunch of items and they didn't quite work. And it was just some experimentation because I love this shelf. I just wish it was empty and we could add whatever we wanted to it instead of trying to cover stuff up like this. But it was still nice to do that for a change because I've never done that before. And then I also used these like skateboard, surfboard things. I thought they were really cool. And I was trying to figure out how to fit them in because I also really wanted to use this. What is that guy's name? Is it? I don't know what the llama, like the superhero llama's name is. I feel like he has a name, but I can't think of it right now. But I really wanted to use that little billboard thing of him. And so I had to figure out where to put that. And it ended up being in the bedroom in the end, which I think worked out pretty well. And of course, I had to add a little cat bed that looks like an egg and the really cutesy kitty litter box that looks like a cat, which I would not normally use in a build because I'm like, that's so childish or like cartoony. Granted, I think it's the cutest thing in the whole world and I would totally have one, but I know not everyone wants to decorate their apartment like this. Well, my apartment isn't colorful like this. I have a very gray, neutral apartment. It does kind of look like a comic book store in the living room. Like, it's a lot of stuff. That's always what my place has looked like. The little bit I have in my office, which I showed off in my office tour, like, I don't know, I have like some Pokemon stuff, some pop figures, some comic books, some stuff. That is the tiniest section of my collection. I just put a couple of things in here to fill up the shelf behind me so it would look cute. But I have so much. It's so bad. I go to a convention. Actually, this year I didn't go to the convention I normally go to because I was adopting my dog. But normally I go to a convention every year. I often cosplay and I buy too many things and bring it home. And it's like I own a store in my house. It's pretty bad, but it's also really fun. And so I really enjoyed that. But I love how this living room is coming together. I love this, like the tiered coffee tables and the posters they put on the wall that are from Get Famous. I thought were really, really pretty. I loved adding that like corner table right next to the couch that looks kind of like it's built in. I believe that came with it's a base game item that came with the update when we got toddlers, I think. I might be wrong. Watch it not be base game, but I think it is. But the living room is so colorful, and I'm very, very happy with how it came out. But this is the bedroom we're working on now. I have the streaming station over in the corner, and then we have a bed tucked against the corner as well. So with how I have it set up, you can only really have one sim here because it's too difficult to have them move over in bed, and it's just a stressful situation if you want them both to be able to sleep in a bed. But, I mean, you can always renovate it, get rid of the streaming station, have somebody sleep on the couch, what have you. But I did intend this to be for one sim to live in, and I used so many items that I just typically wouldn't use, and I really, really enjoyed it. Like this rug is so cute. But anyway, we're just adding a couple more posters. These ones are from Strangerville, which I really, really liked. I love the Nessie one. It's so cute. And then I used this bed from Get Famous. There's a lot of Get Famous in this build. I feel like it just worked really well, and a lot of kids' room stuff. Adding a couple of stuffed animals up on the bed, which I thought was really cozy and cute. I know that's what my bed looked like when I was more actively going to things like this. And when I had my own space, like I share my apartment with my boyfriend now, so it's a little toned down. Like he's really into a lot of the same things I am, but not so much like video games and anime. We both just really like science fiction, so there's a lot of that stuff still out and about, and he's really into comic books as well, and I like some of that as well. So definitely overlapping interests in our whole apartment is just like that. But I try and keep some of the things that are more just me, like video game type stuff, into my office. And yeah, I don't know why I'm talking about my office. I mean, I'm just really excited about this theme. I had so much fun with this. It's so nice when you get to build, well, I guess you can build whatever you want whenever you want, but like I like to do a lot of styles that are not my particular style because it's refreshing, and it gives you an appreciation for different styles, and it's fun. But when I do something that it's like so close to home and I relate to so much, it's just really, really exciting. But anyway, we're just finishing up the bathroom here, and then we're going to be going into screenshots really, really soon. It's almost done. This is on the gallery as a room. It's already up there. I'll have a link down below to bring you to the gallery website. But that's pretty much it. I hope you guys did enjoy this video. If you did, make sure to give it a big thumbs up. You can also subscribe to the channel if you have not already. And if you click that bell, it'll turn on notifications so you'll be notified of every single time I upload a new video. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I will see you all soon. Bye, everybody.